Ha 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 ha! Bet, old friend. What is the Federal Task Force for Combating Anti-Christian Bias, anyway? It's an official part of the RNC platform, but there's no definition about it. But I think I got something that'll give you some context. Let's watch a little vidya, and we'll talk about it on the back end.
For the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the President of the United States of America, and to the biblical values for which our country stands, and to the natural order of man and woman under God, loyal to the President at all times, with liberty and justice for all.
In my opinion, Project 2025 is the definition of what the Federal Anti-Christian Task Force would look like. Guilt by association. And by that, I mean, all we need to do is look at the policy director and the assistant policy director. As reported by my friend Heathen Nerd, Russell Vought is a part of the Heritage Foundation. Ed Martin is heavily connected to it as a partner of Project 2025. And in this article from the Heritage Foundation, the Trader Tot Kevin Roberts has an interview with Russell Vought, and what I found was very compelling. In this article, Mr. Vought goes over what his thoughts of what bias is, the policy director of the 20 Promises. And according to his definition of bias, it's due to Barack Obama and Joe Biden, who infused hybrid, militant, woke, and weaponized government that makes every decision on the bias of climate change, extremism, and on the basis of woke militancy, where you're effectively trying to divide the country into oppressors and oppressed. To summarize, if you're not left, you're oppressed. And in case you forgot, the head of the Heritage Foundation said this.
We're in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
And according to the University of Washington and other sources, they believe that anti-Christian bias is a new dog whistle. Because according to them, Jesus is portrayed as white. That culturally and historically, there is a connection. And at the base of that cultural and historical tree, those roots run deep into white supremacy. What do you think? Did the new dog whistle just drop? Would the federally appointed anti-Christian bias be the new brown shirt? After all, in Project 2025, if you're a woman, if you have any civil rights, if you're LGBTQ, if you're on Social Security or Medicare, if you ever plan on retiring, I could go on and on. If you're any of those things, wouldn't Project 2025 be biased against you? It's just a downgrade to coach, right? Might I add, the 45th administration implemented 2/3 of what the Heritage Foundation suggested. And the policy director and assistant policy director of the 20 Promises, who give approval or disapproval, approved this. Now, I don't know about you, but it seems to me that this goes against the best interests of a lot of Christians. Anyway, just something to think about. And don't forget, knowing is half the battle.